You know how it is online, right? You see a rumor just catch fire. It starts with, I don't know, a whisper, maybe a grainy video, a single tweet, and then bam. Before you know it, it's this massive inferno of speculation. Well, today, we're going to look at a perfect case study of exactly that. And it's all centered around one of the most famous musicians on the entire planet. All right, let's get into it.
So, this is it. This is where it all kicked off. On November 9th of last year, this tweet just pops up, and it's got this short, kind of blurry video clip. But the claim? Whoa. It was explosive. It said it showed K-pop superstar Jungkook getting inside his home with an unidentified woman, his girlfriend. I mean, that one single tweet, that was the spark that lit the whole thing up.
Okay, so for anyone who might not be in the loop, let's be clear about who we're talking about here. The subject of this rumor, Jungkook, he isn't just any celebrity. He's a member of BTS. We're talking about a level of global fame that is just on another planet. And that kind of fame, well, it means every single move is put under a microscope. And you gotta remember that, because it's absolutely crucial for understanding what happens next. All right, so part one, the viral accusation. Let's really dig into how this thing went from just one tweet to this massive viral mess. We're gonna look at the anatomy of the rumor itself. See, the thing is, the people who were pushing this video, they didn't just drop it and run. No, they tried to build a whole case around it. So what was their proof? What was the supposed evidence they were showing people to try and convince them that, yeah, this was definitely Jungkook? And check this out. This is how they started to build their case. It's all in these tiny, tiny details. People were claiming that the sound of the door in the video matched the sound from other videos of his home. Get this, the sound. And then they pointed to the outfit, saying it was the exact same one he wore to a Louis Vuitton after party. This is textbook, right? This is how you build a narrative. You take these little, basically unverifiable details, and you stitch them to things people actually know. So you've got the main claim, right? The grainy video of Jungkook with a woman at his place. But here's the thing. This didn't just happen out of nowhere. It wasn't in a vacuum. At the exact same time, there was this whole other wave of completely baseless rumors trying to link him romantically with Winter, another K-pop star from the group aespa. And you have to know that context because it's so important. And boom, this is exactly how rumors snowball. This tweet, it doesn't just say the same thing again. No, it weaves the new claim into that old, totally unproven story about Winter. That little part in the parentheses, while he is still dating Winter, I mean, that's so sneaky, isn't it? It's written like it's a known fact, which tries to make both rumors sound true at the same time. Of course, it didn't stop there. Things just kept escalating. Pretty soon, some account posts what they're calling a clearer photo of the whole thing. But people weren't buying it. Almost immediately, there was this huge wave of skepticism. So many users started pointing out all the classic signs that it was probably made with AI. And that just adds this whole other complicated, messy layer to the misinformation game.
But, okay, this story is definitely not one-sided, because almost as fast as the rumor was spreading, his fans came out with this really powerful counter-narrative. So now, let's look at how they just systematically took the whole accusation apart.
And this tweet right here, man, it really just captures the core of the fans' frustration. They're seeing a pattern, right? Someone is constantly being called a womanizer, but it's all based on nothing but speculation. There's never been any actual proof, no confirmed sightings, nothing. It just perfectly highlights this massive disconnect between the story being told online and what's actually real. And you've got to understand, for the fans, this wasn't just about one video, not at all. To them, it was just the latest thing in this long, long line of accusations that they see as getting more and more absurd. So just how ridiculous does it get?
So one fan actually summarized the rumor logic, and honestly, it's pretty telling. If he changes his phone case, he's dating someone. If he puts on a certain shirt, he's dating someone else. Recommends a song, adds an accessory, does a live stream, skips a live stream. According to this logic, it's all proof of a different secret relationship. From where the fans are sitting, it feels like literally anything he does can and will be twisted into fuel for these stories.
And this right here is the central argument from the fans. What they're saying is, look,
This guy is one of the most intensely watched celebrities on Earth. His privacy has been invaded so many times, with stalkers, with leaked photos. It's relentless. And yet, after all of that, despite all that scrutiny, not one single clear, verifiable picture or piece of evidence for any of these dating rumors has ever come out. So let's zoom out a bit for the third part of this, and this is probably the most important piece of the puzzle, the bigger picture. Because this whole thing, it really isn't just about celebrity gossip. It's a window into these much bigger issues, like privacy, misinformation, and just the insane pressures of being famous today. And I really have to stress this was not some random one-off event. For the fans who follow this stuff closely, this video rumor is just one part of a really worrying pattern of privacy invasion. Their concern goes way beyond just false rumors. It's about his actual real-world safety and well-being.
I mean, this timeline really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? You have the constant background noise of these rumors. Then, bam, November 9th, the so-called home video goes viral. The very next day, the clearer photo pops up and everyone's screaming AI. But underneath all of that is the most serious part, this ongoing concern for his safety, with actual documented cases of stalkers showing up at his house. The line between online nonsense and real-world threats is getting dangerously blurry here.
So after all of that, after the thousands of tweets, the blurry videos, the AI-generated photos, the endless speculation linking him to person after person, what's the actual reality? It's this number. 0. That's the number of public, confirmed relationships he has ever had. 0.
So what's the big takeaway here? Really, this whole case is a perfect textbook example of how modern online misinformation actually works. It shows us just how easily claims with zero proof can be blown up, how they get woven into other stories to make them seem more real, and it shines a huge spotlight on the intense, nonstop pressure that this kind of thing puts on global stars. And all of that just leaves us with this one big, lingering question. In this day and age, right, where everyone has a camera in their pocket and a platform to post on, and where global stars feel more accessible than they've ever been, where do we draw the line? What's the real difference between public interest and a genuinely harmful invasion of someone's personal life? It's definitely something to think about.